Hello, everybody. Get ready because we're about to take it to the mic stand. So, I'm gonna wait a few minutes to see if we can get some more people in here. If you can, if you hopefully if you guys don't mind, if you can like and share the stream, that would help. See if we can get some more people in here. Help with the algorithm and all that. That'd be appreciated. Bat goat, hey man, haven't seen you the last few days. Hope everything's going all right. Good evening. Hope everything's been going all right with you the last few days. I know last night you probably were at your um at your trivia thing, but haven't seen you the last few days. How have you been? I'm tired, busy. Trying to keep up with your family, I take it. So you're trying to keep up with your family. AATC. Hey there, Mike and Batco. Oh yeah, family, cleaning house, other stuff. Yeah, I would imagine you'd probably want to clean your house to get ready for the Christmas, ready for hosting Christmas, right? Toys. Bat goat, da 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 da. Bat goat, da 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 da. Bat goat, da 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 da. Bat goat, da 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 da. Bat goat, bat goat, bat goat. Action, toys, channel. Action, toys, channel. ATC, I hope you were able to get some rest yesterday and today. Getting ready for a baby in this house. It's really taking a massive effort to clean. What are you having a baby visiting you, or or are you coming to live with you? I'm gonna guess it's more you're having a. I guess it's probably your grandson or something you're coming to visit, but right? Oh, ATC, it looks like you have a new avatar there. Feeling a smidgen better. Just remember to get plenty of rest and remember to drink lots of orange juice and have a lot of chicken noodle soup. That should all help you. Yeah, it looks like you have a new avatar there, huh? There, toys. Interesting look. Yeah, the grandson coming over. Gotta clean the filth out of 15 years of bachelor living. Well, now we have four people. Good, we got four people. Were you sick? Well, ATC is saying that he was sick. And of course, as always, guys, I do appreciate the likes and shares, seeing if we can get some more people in here. ATC said he was sick. He's been sick the last few days. So, better now, though, huh? Good deal. Yeah, but not the plaque. uh, yeah, I try to rest up a little bit more overnight too, so I'm feeling a little better today. I was feeling even a little run down. Also had some stuff going on at home here that was kind of distracting me. So ended up having a shorter stream than usual. Let's see, we're just past the 6 minute mark. We got four people in here now. So at least talk about what's on tap tonight. I think I got like 4 or 5 stories tonight. See my flashing new avatar? Yeah, I've commented on it twice already. Action new avatar in Aces. Yep, I would agree with that. Okay, so yeah, now we're coming up on 6 minutes 45, 7 minutes here. Um, so here's what's on tap for tonight. I said I think I got like 4 or 5 stories to go over tonight. Of course, the lead-in story is a follow-up to something we talked a little bit about last night. So AT&T has confirmed the sale of Crunchyroll to Sony. Um, that has happened. Also, there's big news out today as that DC has revealed Batman's new secret identity for the future state era. Um, Also, there's a couple other interesting little stories along the way. So thanks, Batgo. I'm allowed now. I need to learn how to get up on my channel properly. Uh, thanks, Mike. No problem. 8 minutes. So yeah, we got 4 people. We're 8 minutes in, so might as well just get going on the story here. Hopefully, you guys will be able to participate tonight. We'll get some good conversations going. The energy level. Hopefully, with everybody having rested up a bit, maybe get more conversations going here. So, not any further ado, go ahead and get started on this. See, it looks like a scene from Dragon Ball right there, one of the Dragon Ball shows. Report: AT&T confirmed sale of Crunchyroll to Sony's Funimation for $1.17 billion. And there's Lupin the Third right there. Um, AT&T has announced that they will be selling the Crunchyroll anime streaming service to the Sony-owned Funimation Global Group LLC for a total of $1.175 billion USD, United States dollars. And of course, we did talk about this yesterday. It was announced also yesterday, so um, just a follow up and catching up with those who maybe missed the story yesterday. I saw that about Crunchyroll. Didn't watch vids though, so I think Flash, maybe Clownfish had vids. Yeah, they did, and then I covered it too. A bit back up. This this final sale price considerably surpasses the original offer of $957 million that was rumored to have been proposed by Sony when the company entered final negotiations to buy Crunchyroll back in October. As of the sales confirmation, Crunchyroll boasted 3 million streaming SVOD, which I think streaming video on demand subscribers, and growing, serving 90 million registered users across more than 200 countries and territories. Offering AVOD, audio video on demand. I'm guessing that mobile games, um, manga, events, merchandise, and distribution. There you see the Crunchyroll. The combination of Crunchyroll and Funimation provides the opportunity to broaden distribution for their content partners and expand fan-centric offerings for customers. Read AT&T's press release regarding the sale. Now I know Yellow Flash has been very critical of this because it does seem like Sony and Funimation are trying to become a monopoly here. You know, that's a lot of scratch. Yes, it is. Ah, ching, cha-ching. Yep. Ah, let's see now. Tony Gonvalves, um, Warner Media's chief revenue officer, praised how the Crunchyroll team has done an extraordinary job of not only growing the Crunchyroll brand, but also building a passionate community of anime fans, and noted that Crunchyroll's success is a direct result of the company's culture and commitment to their fans. By combining with Funimation, they will continue to nurture a global community and bring more anime to more people, he added. I'm incredibly proud of the Crunchyroll team and what they have been able to accomplish in the digital media space in such a short period of time. Um, they created an end-to-end global ecosystem for this credible art form. Now, I kind of wish Sentai would get going and become a major competitor to become more of a major competitor to Funimation. And I like how Nozomi Entertainment, I think based out of New York, has started coming back a bit again. So hopefully, these two companies will kind of get going a bit and start really competing with Funimation. And anyways, Sony Pictures Entertainment Chairman and CEO Tony Vinciquerra stated the company was proud to bring Crunchyroll into the Sony family, and explained that through Funimation and our terrific partners at Aniplex and Sony Music Entertainment Japan, we have a deep understanding of this global art form, and we are well positioned to deliver outstanding content to audiences around the world. Together with Crunchyroll, we will create the best possible experience for fans and greater opportunity for creators, producers, and publishers in Japan and elsewhere, asserted Vinciquerra, um, to both audiences and investors. One of the other things I've been hearing too is, of course, I think Nozomi Entertainment has their own YouTube channel that you can check stuff out on as well. So, Funimation has been doing this for over 25 years, and we look forward to continuing to leverage power creativity and technology to succeed in this rapidly growing segment of entertainment. We are excited to embark on this new journey. Crunchyroll has built a world class brand with a passionate fan base of over 3 million subscribers, 50 million social followers, and 90 million registered users. These amazing fans have helped to propel anime into a global phenomenon, said Joanne Wagi, general manager of Crunchyroll. Combining the strength of the Crunchyroll brand and the expertise of our global team with Funimation is an exciting prospect and a win for the incredible art form of anime. I don't know if it's. What do you make of this news? Um, what impact do you think it will have on Western anime streaming? Let us know your thoughts on social media or in the comments down below. I think you. I think there is a push Funimation to become a monopoly here, and I just kind of hope and wish that some of the other companies, like I said, like Sentai and Nozomi, will. Anyone else excited about Cobra Kai? I'm dying. Love that show. I haven't been watching it myself, that coach. So, don't know if anybody else has either. But anyway, so I can also talk amongst yourselves while I go and get to get the next story set up here. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, so here we go. Yeah, so I think I got like 4 stories I was gonna cover tonight. Let's see. Anything else you guys have added? Nope, it doesn't look like it. Okay. All right, so here we go with the next story here. DC announces new Batman secret identity. DC has revealed the secret identity of the man behind the cowl in Future State, the next Batman. And it's not the person fans were expecting. DC Future State is right around the corner and ahead of the game changing event. DC has confirmed the identity of the new Batman. Long believed to be Luke Fox, Batwing, the star of Future State, the next Batman, was revealed by DC to actually be his brother Tim. So Tim Fox, I guess. And I know that they were looking at the Fox family partly because of the fact of, one thing that I'd heard was because they were wanting to cast, person of color in the role. Um, Created by Len Wayne and Irv Novick, Tim Fox debuted in 1979's Batman number 313 as the estranged son of Lucius Fox. He was recently brought back into DC continuity in Batman The Joker Warzone number 1, when Tanya suggested Lucius reach out and ask him to return to Gotham. In this future, Gotham City is controlled by the Magistrate, DC said of the Future State Batman titles. This villainous regime has taken control of the city, now under constant surveillance. All masked vigilantes have been outlawed and Batman has been killed, but led by an all new Batman, a new assembly of Gotham's guardians rise to give hope to all those who lost it. Now, of course, this is not necessarily the first time Batman has been killed in the comics. This, of course, this is more of the modern age here. But when you go back to like prior to Crisis on Infinite Earths, the Earth 2 Batman or the Batman from the Golden Age was actually killed back in like 19 in their world in 1978 after having given up the cowl and becoming the police commissioner. On Earth 2, Bruce Wayne married Selina Kyle and they had a daughter named Helena who would become um, Huntress. And then I think Dick Grayson on that world stayed as Robin. So just some little tidbits there. Again, we'll get more into that, as we do our historical retrospect. But there's a little sneak preview for you guys. Future State, the next Batman #1. The next Batman, written by John Ridley. The next Batman, art by Nick Darrington. Outsiders, written by Brandon Thomas. Outsiders, art by Sumit Kumar. Arabian Nights, written by Paul Jenkins. Or, I'm sorry, Arkham Knights, written by Paul Jenkins. Arkham Knights, art by Jackson Herbert. Cover by Ladron. Cardstock variant cover by Jim Lee and Scott Jim Lee, one of the creative heads of DC right now. Cardstock blank variant cover on sale January 5th, 2021. Cost of $7.99, 64 pages. Is 104 FC. Cardstock variant covers $8.99. Here's some more information here. Gotham City has always been dangerous, but now it's downright deadly. Following the tragedy of A-Day, the mayor allowed the private law enforcement group known as the Magistrate to take over policing so-called mass crime. And that has given rise to a new Dark Knight. What is this mysterious crime fighter's connection to former Batman weaponeer Lucius Fox? The fight for justice has never been this dangerous. Then, in a new tale of the outsiders, everything in Gotham City may be under the thumb of the magistrate, but even the members of that totalitarian force know that the outskirts of town are protected by the sword of Katana. Plus, ride with the Arkham Knights on their quest for freedom. Arkham Asylum has been decommissioned, and the magistrate rules the land with an iron fist and zero tolerance. Now it's time for the lunatics to take back their town. Follow Croc, and Killer Croc, I guess, Two-Face, Phosphorus, aka Dr. Phosphorus, Zaz, Clayface, and Astrid Arkham as the Arkham Knights raise the holy hell on the occupants of Gotham. Future State, the next Batman, #1 by Ridley Scott, Nick Darrington, and Laura Braga, goes on sale January 5th, 2021 from DC Comics. So, there you go. Let's see. Do you guys have anything new to say here? Doesn't look like it. It looks like, actually. Let's see. Took me over an hour to scrub upstairs shower yesterday. Oof. I sweated out 5 pounds and still needs work. I need some serious chemicals left out loud. Well, hey, as long as you're sanitizing your house, for your kid, for your grandkid, that's cool. It's gonna be cool having them over for Christmas, huh? How'd that back go? In a city of justice, city of love, in a city of peace for every one of us. 'Cause we all know it, can't live without it. Gotham City, oh yeah. Oh, in a city of justice, city of love, in a city of peace, every one of us. 'Cause we all know it, can't live without it. A Gotham City, a Gotham City, a Gotham City. Oh yeah. See what you gotta say here. Yeah, my daughter is excited. Have to steam clean. Oy vey. I've got a ways to go before that. Well, yeah, but I mean, today's the 10th, Matt. Go. You have what, like a little over 2 weeks? Um, Now do Freebird. Would you fly, free bird? Da 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 da. Well, I hope you'll still be able to come on that later that night, Matt, though, because I will be streaming that night as well. Christmas night, Christmas Eve. I mean, Christmas. I'll still be streaming Christmas Eve, Christmas night, New Year's Eve, and New Year's night. I hope you guys will join me at least for you know. I can understand if you guys won't for Christmas and New Year's Eve, but I hope you might for Christmas night. And yeah, if I keep doing something every day, it'll get done. Yeah, as long as you stick with it. Hmm. Yeah, that's a good point there. Paco. Hey, Woody, how you doing, man? Worst case, put them up at the local La Quinta. Hey, Woody. Uh, all right. So let's see now. Well, we're coming up on 30 minutes yet. I already gone through two of four stories tonight. Um, yeah, just trying to give it a little more. When it hits 30 minutes, and I'll go on to the next story because I went through these a little quick thus far. There's four of us here right now. Well, and always, guys, if you guys can, if you guys remember to like and share, that help get the algorithm up, and also see if we can get some more people in here. That help quite a bit. No, they live local, not really local, like an hour's drive. I'm south Minneapolis suburbs, and they are northwest of Minneapolis into farmland. Hmm. Yeah. All right, so we're now past the 30-minute mark here, so I'll go on to the next story here. Okay, so here's the next story here. Apparently, this is a bit of a pat. So, Richard Corbin, iconic heavy metal artist, has died. Um, Richard Corbin, the iconic award winning comic book artist, best known for his work for heavy metal, which I guess is some kind of comic, has passed away at the age of 80. So, so if he was 80, so that would mean he was probably born back in 1940 then. And so let's take a look at this. Richard Corbin, one of the most accomplished horror and fantasy comic book writers of the 20th century, passed away on December 2nd, the age of 80, following heart surgery. The news was announced by his wife, Donna. Best known for his work on the sci fi fantasy comic book magazine Heavy Metal, Corbin's many accolades during his long career in comics is is being inducted into the Will Eisner Hall of Fame in 2012, and recently becoming one of the very few American comic book creators to win the prestigious Grand Prix de la Vie d'Angoulême, awarded by the Angoulême um, Angoulême International Comics Festival, second largest comic book festival in Europe. Corbin was the president of the 2019 Angoulême Festival. So this guy is probably more well known in the like horror comic genre. So that go you and Woody are in particular a little bit more in loved heavy metal mag when I was a kid. I was just about to ask for your input on that, see if you guys even knew who this guy was. Ran Xerax. Okay. Was just about to ask you if you had anything to say on it. Back go. Corbin began his career as an animator, and in fact, one of his earliest short films, Den, would later become probably his most famous comic book creation. As well, Corbin then began working in the burgeoning underground comics scene of the late 1960s, 1970s, back when the prevalence of head shops, stores that primarily sold drug and paraphernalia in the United States, made selling indie comics an actual sustainable career as an artist. Um, yeah, I remember reading a little bit about this when I was doing, the comics, some of the Comics Code Authority research. This is one of the ways that, like, particularly indie comics would try to get around the CCA is they would actually publish their books independently and then sell them through, what they called here, what the head shops here, basically. So, when the Supreme Court ruled in 1973 that local communities could set their own standards for obscenity, head shops went out of business all over the country, decimating the underground comics industry. Luckily for Corbin, he had set such a high standard of quality that he was quickly picked up by Warren Publishing, one of the mainstream horror comic book magazines of the time. Corbin's early 1970s work for Warren on books like Eerie and Vampirella were highly acclaimed at the time. Color, Summer Giant, Color, more stories, color, Summer Giant, color, more stories, color. He has Eerie from Warren Magazine. See if you guys have anything more to say on that. See. And Gulem is how to pronounce that. Okay, well, thank you for letting me know. Angulem. Okay, thank you for letting me know, Batco. Didn't know of him by name, just remember that genre, and there was a movie out by the same name, had a lot of the art. Yeah, I figured you two probably would have read those particular comics, sounds of it. Um, we loved heavy metal when we were kids because of cartoon movies, laugh out loud. Yeah, I wonder how you guys would have, because obviously you guys were kids back then. I wonder how you would have got hold of the comics because if they were being sold out of these head shops, that would have probably meant that they weren't just allowing kids to go into those head shops. I would imagine. Den was the name of the little kid Dork from the one story in the heavy metal movie. Den was a little wimp, hated him. Older kids got them for us, which is usually the case. Excuse me, Big Brother Dougie, can you go in and get me that eerie comic or that heavy metal comic? I really would appreciate it. So as we continue on here, in 1975, Mobius, um, Drouillet, and Jean Pierre Dionnet started the French horror fantasy sci-fi comic book magazine Metal Hurlant. Corbin was very interested in working with those comic book legends on the magazine, and he sent them samples right away. And he was soon working on Metal Harlant, and then its American counterpart, Heavy Metal. So Heavy Metal started out as a French comic book and then came to America. We're the kids of America, whoa. We're the kids of America, whoa. So during this period, Corbin also drew one of the earliest graphic novels actually pitched as a graphic novel, quote unquote. The 1975 Robert E. Howard's sword and sorcery adaptation, Bloodstar. Corbin brought his earlier concept, Den, with him to heavy metal. Den was about a scrawny young man who was transported to Neverwhere, um, a world that is sort of a mixture of all of the iconic fictional universes. Think Robert E. Howard's Hyborian Age combined with horror universes as well. Dan becomes a muscle bound warrior and has all sorts of over the top adventures against horrific monsters while having erotic dalliances with many buxom women. Oh man, he's living the life. He's living the life. Let's see if you want to see if you guys have anything to say about that. Oh, look, Anon got here. let's see. Of course, they charge for their services, of course. Hey, just got off, heading home. Yeah, we're looking at some interesting stories tonight, Anonymity. Anon. Mobius is a famous name. He influenced a lot of people. Again, I'm not as into the horror comics, but I'll take your word for it. Evening Batgoat. Den is a little biatch. Uh, Great comic though. Laugh out loud. Yeah. I got to go off camera for just a quick sec, guys. I'll be right back. As always, guys, if you can help out the algorithm by liking and sharing the stream, and so we can get more people in here. Um, um, is that video on screen called Never Horror? No, it's called Never Where, and it's not a video. It's a screenshot of a comic title. It gets a horror comic title. Um, actually, I think it's Never Where actually. Uh, let's see now. Let's see, where did we leave off here? Okay. Trying to find my. Okay, there we go. In the world of Richard Corbin, everything was done to the extreme, from sex to horror. He was the living epitome of this is Spinal Tap's volume dial that go up to 11. Never. Whoa! Look at that. Whoa! And because that is kind of a naked woman there, I got to kind of flash that up a bit. Um, it's never where. It is never where. Ooh, you got BTFO'd. Uh, uh, no, just kidding. I gotta go off camera for just a moment, another moment, guys. Sorry about this. All right, I'm back again. Okay, so let's see. In 1986, Corbin started his own publishing company, Fanagore Press, um, where he continued to put out new Den material as well as the acclaimed Rip and Time series with writer Bruce Jones. In 1988, Corbin also illustrated Vic and Blood, the Chronicles of a Boy and His Dog, working with Harlan Ellison in a continuation of Ellison's iconic Boy and His Dog series. For the general public, one of Corbin's most iconic pieces, probably his cover art to the 1977 Meatloaf Jim Steinman album, Bat Out of Hell, one of the best selling albums in music history, selling over 43 million copies a day. And I would do anything for love. but I won't do that. Actually, no, that came later. Actually, no. Now, don't be sad. Don't be sad, 'cause 2 out of 3 ain't bad. That's the song. Now, don't be sad, 'cause 2 out of 3 ain't bad. What does Spinal Tap have to do with any of this? I bet this is a Melodot trying to be Gen X cool. Well, maybe. No offense to all cool millennial friends, of course. Um, my so I'm having a drinky poo. Sorry for being so chatty. That's all right. Hey, you're adding energy to the group, my friend. So that's all that matters. We're kind of, I think all of us were a little low on energy last night, including myself. So it's good to have you in here, giving us some energy. So cool that. Yes, you're cool like that. You're cool like that. You're cool like that. You're cool like that. Anonymity. 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 What would Woody do back in 62? Driving classic cars, drinking in the bars, playing all the games, picking up the dames. What would Woody do? What would Woody do? Good plan, Bat Goat. I think I'm going to pop a beer. Good call, my friend. Yay, Woody song. Yeah. Well, I did you, and I did ATC earlier, so I figured might as well get the other two guys in here. Talk about mud flaps. She's got them. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we went down to 3 people, and but I'm glad to see that I'm getting a lot of likes and shares here, so that's cool. Anyways, back to the story again. Right. Big bottoms. Hey Woody, like it's rum night. Okay, so Corbin, though, was never one to rest on his laurels. He continued to produce excellent horror and fantasy artwork well into the 21st century, including a long stint at Marvel in the 2000s, drawing a number of Marvel Max miniseries, starring iconic characters like Punisher, Luke Cage, and Ghost Rider. In 2008, um, Corbin drew the Hellboy miniseries, The Crooked Man, written by Hellboy creator Mike Mignola. Mignola. Um, the work helped to show Corbin's brilliance to a whole new generation, with the series winning multiple Eisner Awards for its just a disturbing horror imagery. I guess here's an example of some of the the artwork there. Yes, and look at that! Look at that big monster head trying to hide behind that tree. It's kind of funny. He did a few more highly acclaimed Hellboy series. Corbin is survived by his wife of 55 years, Madonna Donna Corbin. So that's the end of the article there. That one did take us a bit of a while to read. We're at the 50-minute mark there. Yeah, rum is a good deal anytime. Another reason to clean is because lockdowns are a joke. We're getting ready to entertain friends in a small, on a small scale. Yeah, I don't know if you guys had heard, but there are a couple of Democrat governors, Pennsylvania Governor Tom Wolf and I think Ralph Northam of Virginia. So supposedly they were following all the protocols and still ended up getting COVID. So either they weren't following all the protocols as they said they were, or mask and lockdowns don't work. Just got home, going to make a bite. What's on the menu tonight, bro? The Last of Us 2 won everything at the Game Awards, apparently, further proving they will be dead next year. What with all the lies? Leftover chill, leftover chili. Uh, all right. So now, anyways, getting on to the next story here. Here's kind of the next story that kind of caught my attention. Superman. Who is Letitia Lerner, comics most infamous babysitter? Okay. Well, it's not like a virus sees a cloth mask and just stops. True. They were going out. It's proven. All them governors have been caught on tape going out. All of them. Look it up. Yeah. Yeah, it's again, it's the old rules for thee and not for me bit. So, who's afraid of Virginia and Wolf? Nice pun there, Woody. Nice pun there. Who's afraid of Virginia and Wolf? Yeah. Um, cloth mask. Our dastardly plan foiled. Uh, Learn about the history of Superman's babysitter, Letitia Lerner, and how the controversial character actually went on to win an Eisner Award. Okay. Raising Clark Kent to become Superman presented a number of challenges to the Kents. And that's happened throughout Superman's history, obviously, which has been explored multiple times over the years for both drama and comedy. One of the most memorable such moments introduced an average teen who was stuck with the surprisingly difficult job of babysitting the future hero in a comic that was banned for years. Although she may have only been a one time Superman side character, Letitia Lerner ended up becoming one of the most controversial characters in DC history. Letitia Lerner was introduced in the short story Letitia Lerner, Superman's Babysitter by Kyle Baker and Elizabeth Glass in the Elseworlds 80-page giant. The young woman is just a regular citizen of Smallville, Kansas, a few decades before the current events of the DC universe. I kind of wonder what they mean by that. So I guess here's some of the Luke. I'm not your father. Don't make me use force. Or, see, that line would have been funnier if you turned into Darth Vader. Luke, I want you to meet an old friend of mine, Letitia Lerner, Superman's babysitter. Working as a babysitter in the town, she's hired by John and Martha Kent 6 months after they took in the baby who would grow up to be Superman. Initially, Lerner is confused as to why the Kents were so concerned with his safety after John drags Martha out of the house to spend a night away from their adopted son, especially when she finds Clark's crib closed um, with a boulder um, to keep him from getting out. But soon the infant proves to be more of a troublemaker than Letitia um, could have could have could have ever expected, and I think I can start to see why the story might be controversial. At least one of the reasons may not be the reason that they were. All right, there's a few things here. Huh? Dumbo craps are pushing them boundaries. At Cynthia Johnson about to catch her own medicine. Well, yeah, the thing is, though, Cynthia Johnson was claiming that she was threatened first. That was the only thing. So, but yeah, but and I just saw something on Facebook earlier where there may be civil war. Ha ha ha. I hope not, but right, laugh out loud. Has anybody memed Biden coming up behind Abby yet? Abby, who's well, even I'm kind of wondering who Abby is. You mean Lutu Abbey? They had to. They had to of. I hope so. Ha ha ha. True. True nana nash. Pada. Uh, bad. Keith. Care. Bad. I mean. Ha 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 ha. You seen that Mary Poppins meme with Biden? Hmm. All Biden memes are funny. That is a theorem proof. Baby Clark. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. What? Ha ha. True. That's what they all do, and then they protect the identity of these people while calling for a whole group to be hunted. Yeah. You know, maybe it's something we need. Maybe we do need a civil war to resolve all this. Unfortunately, these people keep acting this way. Maybe we should give them what they want. Then maybe they might scurry back to the holes that they came out of. Uh, again, I'm not advocating it. I'm just saying if that's really what they want, then we should at least be prepared for that possibility. Excuse me a moment while I go off camera. Oh, sorry about that. I had forgotten that I was off camera. Oopsie. So let's see. Where did the younglings would find out real quick why masculinity is still a thing. hmm Most of them are stupid. I know a lot of lefties. A lot. It's where I live. I keep my mouth shut. Sometimes and study how they live. They are weird, not as intelligent as everyone thinks. Hello, Mike, Toys, Batgoat, Woody, and Amity. How are you? Also, sorry if I barely talk. I'm heading to work. That's fine. As long as you're here, that's cool. And if you can remember to like and share the stream to see if we can get some more people in here, that help too. Um, have a good one tonight, Leto. Yep, I echo that. Mike muted. Yeah, I know, anonymity. I kind of realized that. I realized that. That's why I unmuted myself. Hey, Leto, good to see you. I dropped in on a stream you were doing, Jet Set Radio. Sorry I didn't say anything. That's all you can do back. It's mob mentality versus singled out or elderly people. We're cool, Mike. Be safe, Leto. Yeah, Anon, I just revel in the thought that people claim lefties are college educated and smart. Not true. They listen to CNN and are really more. Well, hey, back go. Even okay, even saying that they're college educated, you would think that they're not really that smart because where do you think a lot of these lefties are brainwashing these kids at this point, right? A lot of it's happening in the liberal academia. It's happening on the college campuses. on a lot of the state schools and the major universities. A lot they're grooming these kids when they're in college, and just like they did back in the 60s. Seeing the education systems some places, I'm really hoping something happens to save the kids. Mm. Yeah. So, anyways, let's get back to the Superman story here about his babysitter. No, we kind of got off track quite a bit there. We have a good conversation about what's going on, but so the next paragraph here. Baby Clark's cries shatter all the glass in the house. He drinks milk straight from a cow, rides a horse into the heart of Smallville, and even takes a nap on a busy highway. Despite her best attempts to keep him safe, Lerner is always just one step behind, constantly suffering comical injuries and pratfalls during her attempts to rescue baby Clark. By the end of the night, an exhausted Letitia is horrified when the Kents return and see all the destruction that the pair have left in their wake. Um, but the Kents aren't mad in the slightest. In fact, they're actually fairly impressed she kept the house as together as she did, paying her double for her troubles and asking if she'd babysit again the following weekend. That's kind of funny. Okay, so you just had an assignment where you had to basically babysit a baby Superman who basically just caused all that chaos, and now you're being asked, well, would you like to do it again? Exactly. Brainwash does not equal smart. Laugh out loud. True. So we continue on with the article here. And I guess this is a scene of them coming home and finding the house in shambles. We'll pay you double. Can you work next weekend? Letitia Lerner has only appeared in one other story during a brief cameo in Kyle Baker's subsequent Plastic Man ongoing series, but the character had a surprising impact. The story ran into some controversy as it was being published. DC Vice President Paul Levitz was surprised by the story when he read it, particularly a beat where baby Clark Kent climbs inside a microwave. Um, this led to the comic it first appeared in. The anthology Elseworlds 80-page giant was recalled and briefly banned, but not before a few copies reportedly made it to Europe. So they got upset because Baby Clark got stuck in a microwave. Okay, I can see. Granted, I think a little over the top, but to ban it for that. But this ordeal was complicated by the story actually going on to win big at the 2000 Eisner Awards, taking the award for Best Short Story, while Baker himself won Best Writer Artist Humor Award for his work on the short, as well as the vertical graphic novel I Die at Midnight. In 2003, the story was published as part of the Bizarro Comics anthology, and since then, the full Elseworlds special has been reprinted, and the few remaining original copies of the story have become a rarity within the comic collector community. I'll be right back. And I'm back. Let's see. Coffee flavored Kraken isn't bad, or I'm just that tired. Coffee flavored Kraken, huh? But did you read up on Sidney Powell's lawsuit there? Some coffee goes good. Never, never tried myself though. Oh, this, this came this way. Laugh out loud. Okay. The idea of Letitia Lerner as the babysitter that the kids could trust while he grew up is a fun bit of world building for Smallville. It sets up the little realities that must have come with raising the future Superman. It would be fun to see the character reappear in some form within the current DC universe, particularly as she so far only exists outside the core continuity. Yeah, Elseworlds, as everybody knows, was basically another branch of the multiverse. In all likelihood, she would be one of the few people who was actively aware of Superman's secret identity, thanks to her fateful night of babysitting. Oh, there we go. Let's see now. It is okay. Sounds like you're just tired, toys. Ha 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 ha. Yep, you're just tired, toys. Laugh out loud. Excuse me one more time, guys. Sorry about that. Oh, we got it. Okay. Yeah. Woody's um Calfifi flavored. Kofifi Kofifi flavored. Hmm. All right, so let's see where are we at now. Now that we're done with that story, that was four story at the hour and 13-minute mark. So let's see if there's anything else that might you just check to see if there's because those were basically the four stories I was kind of caught my attention. So I'll look back a little. Anything here? Comic realm. What about anime? Okay, so we did all that. Oh, actually, this story, I saw this story earlier. This one looks a little bit interesting here. Five anime where the universe is completely destroyed. Apocalyptic anime. So here's a story. I'm sorry. I think I even did kind of mention I might do this one here. My nose again. Sorry, guys. Be right back. All right, so 5 anime where the universe is completely destroyed. While they are few and far between, here are 5 anime where the entire universe is totally destroyed. And look, right up front there is um, Haruhi Suzumiya. I don't know if you guys have ever watched The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya, but that's a pretty fun one to watch. The destruction of the universe is frequently used in anime and manga as a major threat to motivate the heroes, but seldom is reality destroyed, at least for very long. However, sometimes the end of reality is unavoidable. While they are few and far between, here are 5 series where the entire universe does indeed get destroyed. And here's a little cutie pie right here, The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya. That go. How about that? I step out to spark a bowl and come back in to find open mic night at the Chuckle Hut. Where were you guys earlier? Uh, ha 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 ha. Anyways, The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya. The Haruhi light novels and anime center around the SOS Brigade, a school club assembled by Haruhi Suzumiya to help stave off her own boredom. While Kyon, the protagonist, is just a normal human being dragged into things, he finds his fellow clubmates consist of an alien, a time traveler, and an esper. Haruhi, it turns out, is a godlike entity capable of obliterating and rewriting reality on a whim. Oh boy. Yep. She's a lively one too, I'll tell you that much. 3 years ago, Haruhi destroyed the old universe, bringing all the characters into existence in the new one. Time travelers can't travel further back in time than that incident. Espers confront titanic entities spawned in this new world. More disturbing is that Haruhi wasn't even aware that she destroyed the universe. This is one of the few series to start in the aftermath of a universal apocalypse. While life continues, it continues in the place of a reality that disappeared 3 years prior and never came back. Anyway, moving on to that, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Ooh la la! Look at that nice looking lady right there. Um, as is often the case, things get weird in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. In the sixth arc of the manga, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Stone Ocean, the big bad Enrico Pucci plans on conjuring his stand made in heaven to recreate the world in Dio's image. His stand has the ability to accelerate time rapidly, pushing the universe to the ends of time and triggering the big crunch, allowing time to recreate the world again. I guess the big crunch is opposite of the big bang. Surprisingly, this cycle of death and rebirth cycles through twice in Stone Ocean as the universe is ultimately reset when Poochie is killed and his whole universe collapses again. This makes JoJo's Bizarre Adventure a rare example of a manga where the universe ends twice. The JoJo Bizarre Adventure anime has yet to adapt this arc, though hopefully an adaptation will be announced sooner rather than later. See if you JoJo's got insanely popular. Yes, it did. I mean, and the art's pretty surreal too. The art on it's pretty surreal as well. So, Puella Magi Madoka Magica. I seen this one. Music's cool. The story's a bit more surreal. But anyways, here we go. In Puella Magi Madoka Magica, um, the very universe itself is the real enemy. In order to stave off the heat death of the universe, an eldritch abomination known as Kyubi turns girls into magical girls after granting a single wish to combat witches. Inevitably, the magical girl turns into a witch. The cycle somehow, on a large enough scale, can stop the universe from dying. When a young girl, Madoka, gets her chance to become a magical girl, she shoot, she chooses to wish away the whole cycle of witches from existence. Ascending to a state of godhood, this wish literally rewrites the universe, destroying the old one and replacing it with a new one that functions under different rules. Okay. Space Runaway Idion. I don't like it. That one. That kind of looks like a transformer. Yoshiyuki Tomino is famous for Mobile Suit Gundam, but Space Runaway Idion is the show that earned him the nickname Kill 'em All Tomino. The series focuses on the titular Idion, a giant robot assembled by three tanks um, found in deep space. Humanity uses the Idion as a defense against the Buff Clan, an alien civilization. The Idion demonstrates godlike power in battle. The television series ended on a bittersweet note, with the Idion using its power to destroy both civilizations under the caveat that they will be reborn with a second chance to do things right next time. The later film ending Space Runaway Idion be involved or be invoked took the story in a far bleaker direction. After the characters get brutally murdered in combat, the Idion unleashes its full power by creating a shockwave that utterly obliterates all reality. While the series still features the souls of all the characters traveling a new world for rebirth, traveling to a new world for rebirth, it's uncertain if this world even exists in the same universe anymore. It's it's said this ending proved a huge influence on Hideaki Amo when ending Evangelion. By comparison, end of Evangelion is more optimistic. I think that's the anime that the Dan Finn loves. Yeah, it might be. I don't know. I had not really even heard of it until now. So I'll be right back here. Dan Finn is great too. Uh-oh, Buffer. Um, Buffer, what's going on? Anonymity. What is this? The video going out or something? It's not going out on my end here. Yeah, she's a hot geek. Refreshed. Okay. So hopefully everything's working now, guys. Okay, so Bokurano. Bokurano. Let's see what this one's all about. Bokurano centers on a group of ordinary middle schoolers transported to a foreign place in order to partake in a tournament. The kids pilot a giant mecha known as Zerth um, in order to fight other mecha. Fighting until only one is left standing. While this sounds like a normal tournament anime, what makes it bleaker is the penalty for failure. Each participant comes from an alternate universe. Should a participant lose, their respective universe is erased from existence. There are 32,768 different participants in the game, meaning that if only one universe is left standing by the end, then 32,767 universes get destroyed by the end of the story. Unlike other shows with similar content, like Dragon Ball Super, the destroyed timelines never return. In fact, it shows the horrifying obliteration of each world, with the stars radiating outward and swallowing up everything, leaving nothing but silence and darkness behind. Whoa, that's quite an image. That's quite an image right there. So there we go. So that was a very interesting story there, and we are now coming up on the hour and a half mark. So got some good views tonight. Yeah, I did. Yeah, we did. And I noticed I had like a lot of likes too. 7 likes, so that probably helped out too. Um, so yeah. So we're coming up on an hour and a half here, guys. So was there anything else you guys wanted to mention or talk about? Or 8 likes means all the regulars, a few extra. Well, actually, technically, back go to 7 likes because I think one of those is a temporary like that's done by YouTube, I think, because I've noticed that before. Like when I first start, because I usually will like them right when I make the videos, but there's usually one that's like automatic, like I farted, but it's cool. We can let that go. Okay. Um. Yeah. So, is there anything else you guys want to talk about, though? Since we're done with this article. All right. Let's see. Nope. The fart is a dead subject. Okay. All right. Well, I got over an hour and a half into this, so that's pretty good. Think it's a good time to start winding down. I got through like 5 stories tonight, so that was pretty good. I am looking forward tomorrow night with Batgoat, of course, as my co-host to be doing the comic wrestlers. I think we'll be going into what, like I believe it's May of 36, because I think we did April last week. So May of 1936. That's where I'm going, guys. Let's see. Ha ha ha. Nietzsche it up. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. History time. Yep. So anyway, I you've already told me you're ready for this day in each history, so I will be here, and I'll remember, and I'll get the link to you earlier that afternoon. Back up, get you the link to StreamYard, so you'll be able to get in right away. So with all that being said, today being Thursday, December 10th, 2020, let's go ahead and take a look back on this day in each history. So let me just take a quick peek at some things here real quick. Okay. All right. With that being said, let's go ahead and take a look back at this day in Nietzsche history. All right. Thank you, Go for that. So our first stop on this time travel train, as it were, on this day in Nietzsche's, on this day back in 1997, um, which was 23 years ago today, the 225th issue of Cerebus went on sale on this date for $2.25. There's a 24-page comic that was published by Aardvark-Vanaheim. So on this date, 23 years ago today, the 225th issue of Cerebus went on sale on this date. So now with that, after that, moving on to the next piece of niche history here. In the world of independent professional wrestling, um, back 15 years ago, in 2005, Super Dragon would defeat Ruckus for the Combat Zone Wrestling World Heavyweight Championship. Super Dragon, and as I recall, he used what is called a burning hammer as his finishing hold, which is basically a torture rack dropped into a Death Valley driver move. So you got the guy up like this, and then you just flip over and drive him on his head. But Super Dragon would defeat Ruckus for the Combat Zone Wrestling World Heavyweight title on this date 15 years ago today in the world of independent pro wrestling. And finally, on this date, let's see. On this date, 5 years ago today, the 24th episode of Aquarian Logos, To Battle with My Existence on the Line, premiered on this date 5 years ago today. So the Aquarian Logos episode, the 24th episode, To Battle with My Existence on the Line, from Aquarian Logos, would premiere on this date 5 years ago today. So that's all that happened on this day in Nietzsche history, guys. I thank you guys for joining me tonight. I hope you guys had a good time. We had some good conversations going. Good to see everybody back and see the ouch. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Um. So with that though, guys, I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow night. Remember, I'll have Batgoat with me. We'll be going through, believe it's May of 1936, as we continue the historical comic retrospective, looking back on how comics have evolved over time. So until then, I will see you all. Let's see now. Great show. Thank you. See all you crazy animals, little animals tomorrow. Thank you for the stream and have a good one, everyone. Thank you, Annie. I'll be in after work. Be in. Yep. Okay. All right, guys. Well, thank you all for dropping in, and I appreciate you guys coming. And I'll see you tomorrow night as we do the wish with a lovely lady too. Yep. Um. So I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Bye.